A stone? A stone. I do not understand. Yet as I think of it, the pounding in my chest grows faster still. But is that me? Or is it you?
Say, I hear that a knight of Seros named Gilbert will be joining us for our mission this moon. He is skilled, which is surely a boon for us. Still, that was not very thoughtful of Lady Rhea. Ah, well... no, I do not. Not really. All I will say is that we have trained together a few times in the past. House Gautier is Sylvain's home. It would be nice of you to check on him as well.
I know Lord Rodrigue. He paid repeated visits to His Highness after the previous king was killed.
Mercedes. Her face looks familiar.
I'm not secretly eating cake. Okay. What's Bernie doing right now? Oh, fine. You got me. But keep it a secret, all right?
The next mission is to rout bandits in the kingdom, is it not? I find the idea unsettling. Though the bandits have captured a large prize, they are insignificant in and of themselves. The matter would be more appropriately dealt with by Margrave Gautier or the Fargus royal family. I grant that I am most likely jumping at shadows, but I fear that if Fargus is weakened, the tipped scales will lead to widespread unrest.
It's awful, just awful what happened with the rite of rebirth. The infirmary. Well, it was a mess. Things are finally calm again, and so I've come here to unwind. Let me tell you, I put all of my knowledge to use keeping those kids alive. Still, the truth of it is that when someone faces death for the first time, well, they figure out who they are. They learn if they can do it again. We can't lose them, Professor. Not to battle or to cowardice. If you can keep them going, then I will too.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Oh, come to think of it, last month there was something to report, wasn't there? Thanks to you, I hear that everything was resolved. I never realized that bandits had entered. I'm not a great guard after all, am I? I hope you will forgive me one day. The coffin of Seros in the Holy Mausoleum should have held her remains. Instead, it held the sword of the Creator. What could it mean?
Some people are unhappy because they don't have the crest they want. And some are unhappy because they have a crest they never asked for.
The head of the Western Church holds the title of bishop. That's not as distinguished as an archbishop, such as Lady Rhea, but it still comes with a fair amount of authority. If someone in that position plotted an assassination, I cannot help but think it must have been instigated by some outside force. There are bishops in the Eastern Church as well, but to speak frankly, they do not have much impact. They are under the influence of both the Archbishop and the Leicester Alliance, so their ability to voice grievances is quite limited.
That man I walked past earlier, that wasn't Lord Rodrigue, was it? House Fraldarius is a powerful noble family, linked to the founding of Fargus. Lord Rodrigue, its current leader, is a magnificent warrior. He's known as the Shield of Fargus. A dozen or so years ago, during the northern campaign in Srang, he performed splendidly as the king's right hand. Come to think of it, wasn't there someone from House Fraldarius amongst this year's students?
Professor, have you seen my son perchance? I have need of him. Is that so? That is too bad. I must ask him not to distract you, Professor, nor His Highness from the matter at hand.
You acquitted yourself honorably last month. To think they'd go into the Holy Mausoleum and assault the Goddess Tower. I cannot imagine the Western Church was acting on its own. Someone must have been helping them. As for the masked knight who escaped, his days are numbered. I hope we find him soon, so I can kill him myself.
I'm so sorry my older brother is causing you all this hassle, Professor. Don't misunderstand, I always thought he was a piece of garbage. But I never thought he'd steal the relic. I can't wait to see his face when he realizes I'm in the group that was sent to take him down.
I've had a chance to spar with Gilbert of the Knights of Seros before. I couldn't get a single strike in. If that man is accompanying you on your assignment, you can rest assured that no harm will come to you. To be honest, he kind of reminds me of someone. But no, it must be my imagination, right?
You guys have it bad in your own way. But believe me when I say we've got it bad too. With all that happened last month, a great many knights were dispatched to the Western Church. And now we must set out for the Eastern Church, located in the far east of the Leicester Alliance. If I must die in Alliance territory, I wish it wasn't in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. I'd much rather go on a sightseeing trip to Deirdre. Oh, you don't know? Deirdre is House Regan's domain. It's called the Aquatic Capital.
So the whole plan to attack the monastery was some plot devised by the Western Church? That means they used Lenato. What right do they have to drag a good man like him into their schemes? There's going to be a big investigation into the Western Church soon. I wish I could be a part of it. I want to hear for myself why Lenato had to die.
Professor, you looked like a natural wielding the sword of the Creator. It's strange though, isn't it? The last owner of the sword was Nemesis, but I thought he didn't have any descendants.
I heard a relic was stolen. If this had something to do with a family conflict, I don't think I could choose a side. I think I'd be a pretty good judge of that. I know relics aren't easy to come by, but I'd still like to get my hands on one.
This has been my first time to the Kingdom's North. I hear the people of North are cold and have much loneliness. Professor, I hear you have worked as a mercenary in the Kingdom. Did you find joy in this? You cannot remember? Is that having possibility? I have amazement.
Swinging a sword about in the Holy Mausoleum? The potential for damage is too great to imagine. I sincerely hope the saints' coffins were not damaged. Were you using magic? I've heard you weren't, but it's torture not being able to go inside the Holy Mausoleum for an entire year.
So, you have a crest too, eh, Professor? Does that mean you're descended from nobility? You've certainly got the look for it. I sure do wish there were more nobles like you, Professor. A teacher, a mercenary, and so very mysterious. How could a girl ever get enough?
Hey, Professor, did you happen to see that man I was looking for earlier? I just spotted him by the dining hall, but then he ran away. To be honest, he's my father. He's using a different name now, but there's no mistaking it. It's him. I know it is. Father, I found you at last.
I thought school life would be peaceful and quiet, with a sprinkle of drama to keep things interesting. But since you arrived, it's been one thing after another. Is that just a coincidence, I wonder? Oh, I was just kidding. Anyway, as I said before, I do like having a little drama in my life. Is it true that Lady Rhea entrusted the Sword of the Creator to you? I can hardly even fathom you being capable of wielding something of such power. Just who are you anyway?
The Leicester Alliance is governed through roundtable conferences between the 5 most prominent allied dukes, the 5 great lords. First and foremost is Duke Regan, the Alliance's leader. Joining him are the heads of House Goneril, House Gloucester, and House Ordelia. Lastly, there is the newest addition, Margrave Edmund. These 5 each have voting power in the conferences. Before House Edmund, it was House Daphne that was counted amongst the 5. However, it is said that the head of that family relinquished their vote to House Edmund, which had only recently risen to significance.
Hey, Professor. Don't you think everyone's making too big a fuss over these crests, or heroes' relics, or whatever they're called? How important can that stuff really be? Personally, I don't even care that I don't have a crest. I'll take muscles over crests any day. Heck, I'll take muscles over a hot meal. Actually...
For a hero's relic to be stolen, it's unheard of.
And just last month, the Sword of the Creator was almost stolen too.
Also quite unheard of. What impudence.
It seems that our next mission is another bandit hunt. This time I've heard that their leader is the son of a noble family. What a complete disgrace to the nobility.
I've been hearing about you a lot lately. Word on the street is you wield some amazing sword. If you ever want to sell it to me, I'd pay top G. Just kidding. Sorta. It's, not for sale, is it?
Hail, Professor. If I may introduce myself, I am Gilbert. My life has been spent as a dedicated knight. I am to accompany you on your assignment. I may have slowed a step in recent years, but I pledge to you the full extent of my abilities. I beg your pardon, but such is my nature.
Wow, Lord Rodrigue in the flesh. What is Felix doing? This is such a rare opportunity for him to see his family.
Have you seen a man who looks like me? He's middle-aged and relatively tall. If you get the chance, tell him I've gone out, okay?
I heard about the things you did. I'm so glad Lady Rhea is safe. I figure you're a great person after all, Professor.
Hey, Teach, I hear you were able to use the Sword of the Creator. That means... What does that mean? Could it mean that you're a descendant of Nemesis, the King of Liberation?
The assassination attempt on Lady Rhea, the theft of a hero's relic. I am up to my ears in foul news of recent. Speaking of, there's a terrifying rumor swirling around Garreg Mach these days. Apparently, a spirit of death wielding a huge scythe has been kidnapping young maidens. Will the madness never end?
Don't you think Professor Hanneman's been acting a bit strange? Maybe he's made some kind of big discovery.
Oh my! The crest of flames? Could it really? Yes, the actual crest of flames! Ha ha ha! No, that is quite enough. I should compose myself. I must remain objective in my research. Objective, professional. The scandal with the Western Church troubles me. We cannot afford to let ourselves be swept along, and yet...
Captain Gerald was all furrowed brow earlier. Do you know what's got him so concerned? If there's a problem, I want to help any way I can. Okay, I doubt there's anything I can do for him, but I figured I'd ask anyway.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. Actually, if I recall correctly, which is my job and passion, there were reportable happenings up top as well. That's why I'm still stuck with Mr. Backup. I'm still here by request of Lord Sedith. You can never be too vigilant. Truth be told, I'm used to the guy by now. Not Yuri, though. He shoots him a pointed glare every time he walks by. How Yuri is that?
Elfric used to use his position in the church to look out for Abyss. He basically set this whole place up for us. Then some scandal or other forced him out. Gotta wonder what got the church so riled up.
Nice sword, Chatterbox. I like how it lights up. That's a neat trick. But now that you have it, the church is gonna want to use your power for their own ends. Are you gonna let that happen? Oh, come on. You can't be so passive. You gotta think for yourself. You're too good to become one of their stooges.
The best fighter in Abyss? Balthus, probably. Yuri's definitely the most cunning. Constance is the strongest with magic. The most dangerous of them all, though? Happy. You've heard the rumors, haven't you?
You're a busy one, aren't you? Always on the road. Being a professor seems like a tough gig. Back when I was first enrolled here, we rarely traveled. The Battle of the Eagle and Lion was about it. This really stirs up the old memories. When I took part, my house lost. May have been my fault. It's hard to believe, but I was pretty rash back then. Hey, think I can join in again this year? Bet you could pull some strings and make it happen, yeah?
Miklon. I know that guy. In Northern Fargus, he's pretty well known. And not in a good way. The guy does what he pleases. Attacking towns in Margrave Gautier's territory relentlessly. Stealing food and even abducting women. I may be the leader of a bunch of thugs, too. But I'm nothing like that slime bag. A bit. I've got folks who follow my lead, but the similarities end there. A hero's relic can turn a slimeback like Miklon into a knight. I know you've got one of those shinies yourself, but don't go doing anything reckless.
Why is that fish so
Still. Wait, is it swimming sideways? Perhaps it is resigned to its woeful fate of being plucked from the water and eaten. Ah, Professor, you are so outgoing with all of the students. I would like to have more opportunities to connect with you, though I am certain my brother would disapprove.
You must be rather bewildered by the power that was hidden within. However, know that I believe in you. I have no doubt that you will use that power justly. You will most certainly fulfill the grand destiny that the goddess has seen fit to grant you.
Ah, Professor. Geralt was looking for you. It seems he has gone off somewhere. If he is not in his room, then surely someone has seen him. Ask around.
Oh, Professor, are you looking for Captain Geralt? I just saw him in the Knight's Hall a little while ago. He was talking with a female knight, but I didn't get a good look at who she was.
Oh, Geralt? He said something about visiting a grave. There's a graveyard attached to the monastery, so you'll probably find him there. I can't remember where the graveyard is, but I bet Sedith knows.
You're back. Ah, the graveyard. Of course I know it. It can be a little hard to find. Would you like me to show you where it is? Very well.
Hey, I wanted to ask you to join me, but I couldn't find you. So, here I am. I was thinking we should visit your mother. She's resting beneath this humble grave. Oh, of course you would ask that. I wouldn't know where to begin. I suppose I haven't talked much about her. She was gentle and smart. Oh, so smart. A wonderful cook. Always kind to everyone. And she loved flowers. Whenever I brought her back an unusual flower, her face would light up. I cherish those memories. I can't count how many times she made me happy just by smiling. And she smiled the most when she was pregnant with you. She died right after you were born. She wasn't able to spend much time with you. But she loved you with all her heart. That's the truest thing I know. Never forget it. This ring is the only keepsake I have of her. In time, it will be yours. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her.
How are you managing the Sword of the Creator? No problems? I hope you have not left it lying somewhere unattended or anything foolish like that. You will need the sword's power on your next mission. I trust you will handle it without much issue.
It should be in our sights soon, Professor. The abandoned tower those thieves are using as a base. Conan Tower.
This area was the site of a massive battle several hundred years ago. That's when invasions from the north were at their peak. Back then, this tower was built for both surveillance and defense. It will be difficult to seize it.
You're very well informed, Gilbert. Please, tell us more.
Well, Ah, you're joking.
Professor, did you see the local villages? They were in rough shape, no doubt because of the thief attacks. They're not going to make it through the winter in that condition. If the thieves had taken up pillaging in order to survive, that would be deplorable, but understandable. But this is something else entirely. It looks as though they destroyed those villages purely for pleasure. No matter what their reasons may be, that sort of behavior cannot be allowed. Ever.
Don't bother losing your head over those lowlifes, Your Highness. It's wasted effort.
Sylvain, the thieves' leader, the one who stole the relic, word has it he's your older brother. I know he's been disowned, but...
He is no longer a member of House Gautier, or my brother. He's nothing more than a common thief.
Are you sure about that? It would be understandable to find the situation, well, regrettable, to say the least.
Regrets? You must be joking. You know we're far past the point of regret. And it always falls on the younger brother to clean up the mistakes of their elders, doesn't it?
This rain threatens a coming storm. We must hurry and begin our war council before the heavens let loose.
The enemy is close by. We're almost to the top floor.
They are merely thieves, but they have a hero's relic. Do not drop your guard.
Don't hold back for my sake. My brother is going to pay for everything he's done.
The captain's in trouble. Hurry up, you fools!
Enemies approach from the lower floors. Watch the rear flank.
Here we go! Attack them from both sides!
It's an ambush!
Why have you come, you crest-bearing fool?
I'm here for the Lance of Ruin, Miklon. Hand it over. I don't want to humiliate you, but I will.
Hurry up and die already. If not for you, if it hadn't been for you...
Shut up! I'm so tired of hearing that. You've always blamed me for something that isn't my fault.
So, you think you can take the lance from me, huh? I'll kill you. I'll kill every last one of you!
What the? Miklon, is that you?
That form. Oh my. Is this your first time fighting such a thing? Then listen well to what I say. An evil power has caused them to grow quite large. Their life force is beyond a mortal like yourself. You cannot win unless you fell them twice, or even thrice. Even if you've cornered one, you cannot let your guard down. Those things are even worse when threatened. Can you see that barrier? It is surrounded by great power. You must break through to fight that thing. A strong attack or gambit might help to break through more quickly. If you can break the barrier, that power will have nowhere else to go, and that will likely cause confusion for that thing. It cannot counter while confused, which means that is the best time to attack. If you break down all of their barriers, not only will they be confused, they will not be able to move for a short while. Without the power flowing around them, they will not be able to restore their barriers. You might even be able to get something from them. They have such might that they will not fear you alone. But a battalion could prove useful on that front. Attack them with a gambit to draw their attention and force them to target you. Be on your guard when they have realized their full power. The damage caused at times like that is not contained to just one spot. Once they have charged some power up, their barriers will be restored. You really must pay close attention to those things. Distract them with a gambit, or just take them down before they can attack. In any case, think carefully before you act. But you should be conquering that thing instead of talking to me. If you're out of questions, get over there and fight!
So, this is the power of a hero's relic. To create such a sinister beast. It has gone too far. I fear all we can do now is put an end to it.
What is that? It's like watching a bad dream come to life.
Goddess, the beast is gone, yet Miklon and the lance remain.
It's over. Let's retrieve the lance and leave this place.
Miklon, my brother.
That man. His form was changed. It was as though that lance was swallowing him whole. Upon that sight, it makes sense that your students were upset. I wonder if those relics truly hide such power. Yet even still, that power seems familiar. That form as well. As one who wields the sword of the Creator, does that mean you possess that power too?
Professor, you have returned. The goddess is indeed generous with her divine protection. I have already heard Gilbert's report about what happened. See to it that you keep what transpired at the tower to yourself. People would lose faith in the nobles should rumors spread of one using a relic and transforming into a monster. All regions of Fodland would fall into chaos. We must avoid that at all costs. Please ensure the students who accompanied you understand that as well. Have I made myself clear? His transformation into a black beast was nothing short of divine punishment from the goddess. Punishment for someone arrogant and foolish enough to use a hero's relic even though they were unworthy and unqualified. Of course, that is why we rushed to recover it. Sadly, we did not arrive in time. The church will formally return the lance to House Gautier. If you would, you have my gratitude. I can see that I was right to trust you with this. Please report back. I will tell you of your new mission for the coming moon at that time.
Is your meeting over, Professor? I was just thinking about something. Professor, The possession of relics and crests has been highly valued in Fargus since ancient times. It's far from uncommon for someone to lose their ability to lead their house because they don't bear a crest. Just like Miklon. It happened to my uncle as well, the eldest child of the king, and yet he never ascended to the throne. All families whose bloodlines carry the crests of the 10 elites are much the same. But House Gautier takes it a step further and absolutely requires an heir who possesses a crest. To that house, the power of crests is a necessity, not a luxury. House Gautier holds the most northern territory in the kingdom, and they have fought with the people to the north for many years. The head of that house is responsible for protecting that territory from fearsome invaders, whom they keep at bay with the power of crests and relics. In exchange for that responsibility, they are granted special privileges within the kingdom. In a way, that said, ability cannot be measured by the possession of a crest alone. I believe that Margrave Gautier was wrong to disinherit Miklon, simply because he did not bear a crest. Still, there is always a reason for why such customs stand the test of time. Imagine what this world would be like if no one placed any stock in crests. Bloodlines that carry crests would dwindle. The metaphorical blade used to oppose threats would eventually rust. This same argument has been made time and time again across the years. Both sides are at once right and wrong. I believe those with crests and those without should acknowledge the other's strengths, and learn to respect each other based on personal merits. And that doesn't apply only to crests. The same holds true for lineage, race, faith, ideologies. If we could just accept each other and make mutual concessions, one step at a time, perhaps... Who knows if that's even possible? Everyone has something that is unacceptable within them. I certainly do, and I'd wager you do as well. I wonder which is best, Professor. To cut away that which is unacceptable, or to find a way to accept it anyway?
Professor, you have done well to complete such a difficult task. You have shown exceptional skill in leading your students. I am forever grateful for the safe return of the hero's relic. Just as I expected, you have mastered the sword of the Creator. Now then, I shall tell you about your mission for the coming month.
Archbishop!
Seteth, what troubles you?
Flayn is missing. I cannot find her anywhere. Professor, have you seen Flayn recently? I have searched everywhere. Where could she be? She may be in danger. Oh, no, what am I to do?
Calm yourself, Seteth. Professor, we shall continue our discussion another time.
Part 1. White Clouds. Horsebow Moon. Rumors of a Reaper.
As I believe you are already aware, Seteth's younger sister Flayn has gone missing. At present, all we know for certain is that she has not left Garreg Mach.
Flayn is not the type of person to just wander off on her own without telling me where she is going. We have searched the monastery thoroughly, but have found nothing. I am now mobilizing the knights to begin searching the town. Troubling rumors have been running rampant lately. I do not wish to consider the worst, but...
There are rumors of someone prowling the streets and attacking innocents night after night. The knights have investigated the matter. They have not discovered any remains, nor have they found any concrete evidence.
The people are panicked. They all insist someone called the Death Knight is coming to claim their souls with his blade. There is no way she could have escaped unscathed if she were captured by such a fiend. Where is she?
Seteth, recall that impatience begets error. Please do your best to calm yourself. I think of your sister as family as well. You know that. You have my support. We will devote ourselves fully, mind, body, and soul, to recovering her. Professor, your mission for this month is to help find Flayn. The knights have the town covered, so I ask that you focus your efforts on searching the monastery again. We do not have time to waste. You have your orders.
Flayn has disappeared? Seteth must be beside himself.
So, finding little Flayn is our mission for this moon? Leave it to me, Professor. Chasing after girls is my specialty.
Sylvain, even you must agree that now isn't the time for jokes. I hope Flayn is okay. I've heard rumors about some Death Knight running around town.
Sounds intriguing. I have been hoping to cross blades with him.
Felix, please consider how Seteth must be feeling right now.
In any case, we must start our search at once. Every moment matters. On your order, Professor, let's try to collect as much information as we can.
I'm on the lookout for suspicious individuals. The only place I've yet to check is the library. As you wish. Candlelight. And who is that? No, it isn't. Impossible.
Professor, Dedu, what are you up to at this hour?
Your Highness, my apologies.
Oh, none necessary. I'm sorry for startling you. I was just doing some research. But I'm just about finished. I didn't realize how late it had gotten. We'd better head back to our quarters, Dedu. Until tomorrow, Professor.
A most unusual man. Whatever could he have been looking for so late at night? That book is quite askew. He must have rushed to put it back upon the shelf. It seems to be a record of donations from nobility. Arundel. That's not a name I know. But look at that. This Arundel gave quite a sum each year. That is, until the year 1174. He must have died or fallen to financial woe. I can't imagine what this has to do with Flayn. Oh my. Just one small girl who's gone astray has caused all this. We cannot let this stand. You must do all you can to find out where she's gone. Now ask around to see what information you can find. Come now, no time to waste.
Did you hear about Flayn? It's just one thing after another this year, I swear. Some of the lower-ranked knights are searching for her in the town. If they find anything, I'll know.
Flayn's not in here! Ugh. I guess I have to let you in to prove it, don't I? There, see? No one's in Bernie's room but Bernie. Maybe Flayn just wanted to be alone for a while. Have you considered that? Come to think of it, where is her room anyway?
Hey there, Professor. Did you want to talk?
What brings you here? I'm taking a break.
Greetings, Professor. Today, there is quite a bit to report. There is a masked individual who has been going into town every evening and not returning until the following morning. You see? Nothing gets past this guard. I doubt it has anything to do with Flayn's disappearance, but, well, better safe than sorry, I always say.
This might be the first time I've ever seen Seteth look so worn down. If poor Flayn was lured away by anyone, I personally think the clear suspect is that miscreant from Dusker. Those people are deceptive by nature.
Young Flayn's disappearance is most troubling.
If Flayn has been taken hostage, then we know she is alive. At least for now. There would be no point to abducting her if simple murder was the objective. That's only logical, Professor.
I can't believe Flayn just disappeared. I don't like it one little bit. Oh, are you here to see someone? Alois and Shamir and all the knights are gonna head into town soon.
I can only imagine how worried Seteth must be, but isn't mobilizing the entire order of knights a bit excessive? I was originally assigned to investigate those reports of the Death Knight in the town near Garreg Mach. When I think how many more victims that dastard might claim while we're all busy searching for Flayn. I'm sorry, that was insensitive. We're all under a lot of stress right now. It's important that we find her quickly.
There have been a lot of rumors swirling around lately about a Death Knight who kidnaps people from the nearby town. You don't think Flayn was, do you? Whether the rumors are true or not, I just hope our Flayn is safe.
Is something the matter? I see. So, Flayn has gone missing. I will do what I can to support the search.
I've served here at Garreg Mach in some capacity or another for several decades now. But after all that time, even I can't claim to know everything about the layout. Searching the entire interior of the monastery is a more difficult task than you may think. It makes you wonder who designed such a titanic compound. There are fragments of records remaining from its original construction, but none of them name an actual architect.
Professor, have you still not found any leads regarding Flayn's whereabouts? I have looked everywhere. Not even the knights on guard have seen anything of note. I, too, care for Flayn. She is like family to me. May the goddess protect dear Flayn until she returns to us.
Professor! I saw him. A knight wielding a gigantic scythe. He was just like the rumors say, all covered in jet black armor. It was the Death Knight! I just know it. You don't think he has something to do with Flane's disappearance, do you?
Hey, Professor, have you seen Manuela? I saw her running off somewhere in a terrible hurry. I wonder if it has anything to do with Flane's disappearance. Do you know, Professor? Oh, yes. Didn't you know? She was the senior diva in our opera company.
Flane was child-napped. That is what you are thinking? And the villain is inside our monastery? I must have admittance. One person has been catching my eye. Shamir is a knight not like other knights. Her movements are being reminders of... No. They remind me of Warriors of Brigid. Before she was here, what was she getting up to?
Do you really think Flane was kidnapped? I have a feeling you're right. We really need to find her, and quickly.
I've only ever spoken to Flane a handful of times. She always seems so naive about the ways of the world. I'm worried about her. Yes, I'm afraid so. I just hope she comes home safe.
I bet Flane ran away. She couldn't stand being held back by Sedith any longer. I can empathize. I know what it's like to have an overbearing big brother.
Flane's gone missing. Where could she be? If it were an ordinary kidnapping, you'd think there'd be a demand for ransom or something by now. I don't like the sound of this.
Flane is missing. We should split up and search for her. There isn't a moment to waste. We must find her before it's too late.
I've heard the monastery is full of secret passages. If there is no sign of Flane's departure, it is possible that she used one of those. Whatever has happened, I hope she is all right.
Where could Flane have gone? Do you think she's really been kidnapped? I hear Tomas has been going around asking about her. But he's probably just worried like the rest of us. Though it wasn't just Flane. He was asking about you and Captain Gerald, too.
If Flane were taken hostage, I expect we would have received demands from the culprit by now. Perhaps this is not a kidnapping at all. Do you suppose she could have simply run away? If that is the case, it is unlikely that we will find her anywhere in the monastery.
Ow! Ingrid just about slapped the teeth out of my head. All I did was suggest that Flane might have eloped. Insensitive. I was just exploring possibilities.
Ah, you're looking for Flane's kidnapper. I can't say anything for sure, but I do have suspicions about Yaritza. There's something about how he's handling his blade lately. It seems more impulsive than usual. It couldn't hurt to try speaking with him at least. At this hour, I think you'll find him sparring with Catherine at the training grounds.
The whole monastery has been turned upside down. I wonder if we're still going to have the Battle of the Eagle and Lion next month. It's a yearly tradition, but with things the way they are right now, it's hard to imagine. At any rate, I hope they find Flane soon.
A beautiful, delicate maiden vanishing into thin air? It is like something out of a book. If it were a book, we would have no need to worry. She would be rescued presently by a dashing nobleman. Do you have any idea as to where she might be? Where she might have wandered off to? That is what I thought. Why I am here, in fact. But she is nowhere to be seen.
I hope Flane isn't going hungry. If someone really kidnapped her, I'll never forgive them. Now that I think about it, I saw Alois hanging out by the pond not too long ago. He was always getting into trouble for trying to talk to Flane, you know? It's probably a crazy thought, but I'm starting to worry.
I don't know if she ran off or got kidnapped or what. I just know that Flane's in trouble. That's it. I can't keep sitting around. I gotta go find her. Now, where do I start?
Flane? No, I haven't seen her. She's been abducted. Oh, you're looking for her. Sorry, my mind was somewhere else. I just recently learned she has a crest. Did you know that, Professor? If it was a particularly rare crest, I could imagine Professor Hanneman would have quite an intense interest in her. Oh, no, I'm not accusing Professor Hanneman of abducting Flane.
To think that Flane would disappear like this. Sedith must be worried sick. I haven't much to go off of, and perhaps it's out of line for me to feel so uncomfortable. But something has been bothering me for a while about Gilbert. I feel as though I've met him somewhere before. I also noticed him staring intently at Annette once.
I heard something like this happened last year, too. Neither the culprit nor the missing student were ever found last time. Some people say it was the work of evil spirits. Don't say things like that, Professor. I'm sure the culprit is, corporeal. We'll catch whoever it is.
Reflecting on it now, Flane has always seemed a rather odd person. She appears young, yet there's something about her that seems much older than her years suggest. And she's quite wise, but also surprisingly naive. You might be right. Whatever the case, Sedith seems to care for her more than anything.
That is all I can ask. Please, lend me your aid. She would never have left the monastery of her own volition. Why is there not a trace of her to be found?
Did you see the man with the sickle? He looked like death itself. I saw him at the end of the road, but he stepped around a corner and out of sight. I think he used some kind of secret passage.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. Someone's gone missing up top. And guess what? Because of that, this backup guy is still here. Can't catch a break, can I? The investigation may be over, but I thought it best to stay by your side a bit longer. You hear that? Mr. Backup is here voluntarily. I guess that's okay. He's actually not so bad. First the knights, then some monk, now a teacher? Church setting up a punchline for a joke or what? Some old guy with a staff or something. Big deal.
As soon as word spread of Flane's disappearance, the knights burst into abyss. We tend to be the first suspects when these things happen, you see. I suppose it's little surprise when there are shady characters always coming and going.
What kind of scumbag would kidnap poor Flane? She must feel so scared and helpless right now. I hope she's okay. Not really. I just know what it's like to be in that situation. I was kidnapped once, you know. Hopefully we get her back safely.
You're looking for someone? Huh. Try asking Yuri. He's good with stuff like that. I'm better at hitting things than finding them. Honestly, I didn't even know Sedith had a sister. If you figure out where she is and need some muscle, just holler. We all have our strengths. For me, my strength is my strength.
Looking for Flane? Some knights came looking a bit ago, too. I did some of my own hunting, but didn't find any promising leads. I even had some of my people search for her throughout the underground. To no avail. Think about it. The monastery is some 1,000 years old. Who knows how many hidden passageways exist? She could be here, or anywhere, really.
Dear Goddess, hear my prayer. Please watch over Flane. Please protect her.
When I consider how Sedith must be feeling, my heart breaks. We must find Flane as soon as possible. There are no signs of her having left the monastery, but we cannot safely rule out any possibility just yet. I'm wasting precious time standing about trying to think of a solution. I'll survey the monastery and see what information I can gather. There must be someone who has a clue as to Flane's whereabouts.
Did you hear about Flane? It's just one thing after another this year, I swear. Some of the lower-ranked knights are searching for her in the town. If they find anything, I'll know. What? Yuritsa? Come to think of it, I haven't seen him today. What would make you suspect him? I see. Well, I'll let the knights know.
Is something the matter? I see. So, Flane has gone missing. I will do what I can to support the search. It seems that you are a bit suspicious of me. Might I ask your reasons? I was away from the monastery for a few years, but do not forget, I have spent more than 4 decades in total working here at Garreg-Mach Monastery. Yet it was not until recently that I learned that Sedith has a sister. It is only natural to be curious, don't you think? I assure you, there is nothing more to it than that.
Young Flane's disappearance is most troubling. What? Who would suspect me? You know what? I'll tell you who. A fool, that's who. Flane's crest, the major crest of Sethleen, is rare, but there are others who possess it.
What brings you here? I'm taking a break. Is this about Flane?
You find me suspicious. True. Your point being, I understand that I don't fit in among the Knights of Seiros, but that hardly links me to Flame's disappearance.
Hey there, Professor. Did you want to talk? What? Me? Abduct Flame? You can't really believe I did that. Well, this may sound silly, but I was too scared to even look. I couldn't bear the thought of finding her in its depths.
Because of Flame's disappearance, all of the Knights are searching non-stop. But we haven't found a single lead. Sedith's face is getting paler by the minute. It's hard to watch. What's that? You're looking for Manuela? Well, I did pass by her earlier. She was carrying something. A mask of some sort. I'm not close to the guy, so I can't say for sure. But come to think of it, you could be right.
Miss Flane's whereabouts are unknown. I pray she is safe. We do not seem to have any leads at present. I am one of the suspects, am I? Well, hopefully I can lay your suspicions to rest. Do you know of my, let's call it, unique situation? I was once a knight, in service to the Fargus royal family. If Ingrid believes she saw me before, it was likely in Ferdiad, the kingdom capital. Annette is... she is my... but no. I would appreciate it, Professor, if you would ask no more.
What? Professor Manuela ran off with Professor Euritsa's mask? I have a bad feeling about this. We must find them both at once. Professor Euritsa will be at the training grounds or his quarters. I believe the latter can be found on the eastern side of the Knight's Hall. We still don't know where Flame is. But we can't give up. Not until she's found.
Professor! Your Highness! I just heard a scream in Professor Euritsa's quarters.
Euritsa. Ah, the combat professor with the mask. He has always been rather suspicious. We must hurry.
Isn't that... Professor Manuela!
Professor Manuela! Please wake up! Professor Manuela!
She's still breathing, but she needs medical attention immediately.
Look! Do you see Professor Manuela's hand? It's like she's pointing at something.
I see it, behind that shelf. Could it be a secret passage?
What is the meaning of... Wait, is that Manuela? What happened here? We must take her to the infirmary immediately. You, don't just stand there. Help me carry her.
Of course. I'll return shortly, Professor.
Do you think this is related to Flame's disappearance?
What should we do, Professor?
It looks dark. Dark in there.
Oh, you've always been scared of dark places, haven't you, Annie? But don't worry. The professor and I will protect you.
There are sounds coming from within. If we're going to investigate, now is the time.
We'll be okay, I'm sure of it. Are you ready, Professor?
What is this place? It's so... Ah! I see someone. I think they're unconscious.
Yes, I see Flame. But who is this other person?
Professor! Someone's coming from farther in. That Scythe. Is that the knight who attacked the Holy Mausoleum?
That sword. You must be. One of us will die. The other will live. I will enjoy this dance of damnation.
That night looks like death itself. We must rescue Flame immediately. There's something strange about the flooring at the end of the corridor. Something might happen if you step there. Some kind of contraption has been activated. What is this device? It appears operational.
So you have come. I'll make sure you never leave.
Now you will die together. How joyous. Kill them.
Halt! You're having a bit too much fun.
You are getting in the way of my game.
Huh. You'll have more opportunities to play soon. Your work here is done.
Understood. I will go.
We will cross paths again. I am the Flame Emperor. It is I who will reforge the world.
Flame Emperor and the Death Knight? I have to say, they both looked very dangerous.
Where did they go? It doesn't matter. We need to get these two out of here.
Bring them up.
Thank goodness! Those girls are pale as ghosts, but at least they're alive. But that Death Knight person feels so familiar.
You found Flane? Oh, thank goodness.
She was unconscious at the end of that secret passage. We found the culprit, too, but he got away.
I'm just grateful that everyone is safe. That's what matters most. I'd like to hear what transpired, but first, we need to get these ladies to the infirmary.
Understood. We'll go at once.
I'm sorry, Professor. I'm so relieved I suddenly felt weak. I couldn't be happier with how things turned out. And I imagine no one will be more overjoyed than Seteth. Hey, Professor. Can you make that expression one more time? I don't think I've ever seen your face like that. I apologize. I've forgotten myself and come dangerously close to teasing you. It's just, I've never seen you look so happy before. It's downright mesmerizing. But this isn't a time for idle chit-chat. We must hurry and share the good news with Seteth.
Professor, please allow me to express my eternal gratitude once more. Flane is safe and sound, and I have you to thank for that. Mere words could never express how thankful I am. I am indebted to you. Yes, of course. I shall express my gratitude to the students as well. Her kidnapper was the masked knight who vanished during the rite of rebirth, the one known as the Death Knight. Considering the circumstances, it seems plausible to assume that his true identity is Yuritsa. And we cannot forget about the mysterious Flame Emperor. His true motives are yet unclear. However, I have an idea. I believe the enemy may have been after Flane's blood. The blood that flows through her veins is special. It is extremely rare, and extremely dangerous. If enemies who know the secrets of Flane's blood have appeared, our only option is to leave the monastery and go into hiding.
Brother, wait.
Flane, what are you doing here? You should be resting.
I do not like the path of your thoughts. I do not wish to live in some lonely, remote location where I never get to see anyone. Not ever again.
If we stay here, you may be targeted again. Wouldn't it be better for the two of us to live in peace?
Even if we ran off to some new, secret location, there is no guarantee that they would not find us. That is why I believe it would be safest to stay in the monastery, where we are surrounded by capable knights and professors.
I see your point. I do. However...
You know it is the only reasonable option. What if I were to join the professor's class? You think so too? I am so very pleased to hear that. With a professor like you nearby, I shall be safe no matter what foe should appear.
I see. I am afraid you have a good point. Professor, due to my position, I have closely scrutinized everything about you. After all that has happened, I must admit that you are indeed a trusted ally. So what say you? Can I entrust you with Flane's safety?
I am so glad that Flane is safe. Yet I can't help but wonder what the story is about that other girl. She wore the uniform of the academy, but who is she?
Well done, Professor. I see that I was right to ask your class for assistance. I have been told that Manuela and Flane are recovering nicely, as is Monica. Monica, the girl you rescued along with Flane, is also a student of the Officers' Academy. However...
She is a student from last year's class. She went missing just before she would have graduated. It never occurred to us that something might have happened to her at the monastery. We assumed she had run away. I never dreamed that we would find her. Not like this.
Monica has asked to rejoin the Black Eagle House once she has fully recovered. Our enemies are still out there, so we must remain cautious and continue our investigation. However, we must also help the students to move on from this incident.
After all, the Battle of the Eagle and Lion will be held in Gronder Field next month.
Yes, the students will remember it for the rest of their lives. Please guide them so that they may show us their best at the coming battle.
So, you'll be going to Gronder Field next month. You've never been there before, have you? There is unease in the western side of the Empire, but everything east of the capital, Anbar, is stable. Well, there was a noble rebellion a short while ago, but it didn't amount to much. I have my own mission. The Church has always been quick to make use of those who work for them. What I'm more concerned about is finding out who among us is pulling the strings. Ever since the Rite of Rebirth, strange groups have been seen around Garreg Mach, and elsewhere too. There was also an incident where some knights investigating these suspicious strangers turned up dead. Not that it's likely, but if something like that ever happens to me, search this room, every corner, behind every shelf. I'm going to leave something for you. Don't get me wrong, I have no intention of dying. I know it would be too much to ask you to cheer up, but can you at least drop the serious... Well, I'll be. Was that a smile just now? Part 1. White Clouds. Wyvern Moon. Field of the Eagle and Lion.
The Battle of the Eagle and Lion is finally upon us. This is our chance to show off the results of your expert training, Professor. Have Lady Rhea and Seteth really not filled you in? Well, if that's the case, I'm happy to explain. The Battle of the Eagle and Lion takes place every year during the Wyvern Moon. It can be best described as a mock battle between the three houses.
Much like the one we had during the Great Tree Moon. Do you remember, Professor?
This battle will take place in Empire territory, at Gronder Field. In other words, far removed from the monastery. It's a mock battle between the three houses. The house that defeats the most opponents wins.
Your Highness, if the rumors are true, I believe Professor Manuela and Professor Hanneman will not be joining us.
Ah, yes, right you are. Given recent events, Professor Manuela has opted to sit this one out. Since she won't be present, Professor Hanneman has decided to skip this year as well.
Oh, don't worry about us. You know you want to see the kids in action.
Professor Manuela! Are you feeling better already?
Thanks to all of you. But I'd only be a burden out there. My students don't need to see me collapsed. Well, not on the battlefield anyway.
In that case, perhaps it is best that you sit this one out.
Correct. We will not be participating. Regardless, do not expect victory to come easily, or at all.
Well put. We've spent the past few months pushing our students to their limits. You can see me in the infirmary after they destroy you.
We have taught our students well. There is no need to hold back. Challenge them with everything you have.
This monastery is more dangerous than I expected. It's likely that our foes have infiltrated the ranks of the teachers. And there may be others of questionable character about as well. If you ask me, there is something amiss about that old man, Tomas.
What do you say, Adel? Shall we meet up in the library later to...
Oh, hello, Professor! Do you need something? I'm a little busy at the moment. Sorry, Professor. I've got a lot of questions to ask Adel here. Since I couldn't graduate last year, I really want to make sure I can do so this year.
Along with Flane, we found another female student who went missing last year. But now the combat professor Yuritsa has vanished. His origin begged many questions, so there were plenty of objections to his appointment here. He is apparently from House Hrim of the Empire, but he was adopted from another family, or so they say. Anyway, there hasn't been much good to be said about House Hrim in recent decades.
The Battle of the Eagle and Lion is a free-for-all contest among the three classes. If you are victorious, the Archbishop will no doubt present you with a reward. Just what I thought you'd say.
Professor, do you have a second? It's about Monica. Does she seem off to you? She was in prison for a long while, but she seems to have recovered almost instantly, and she's been bizarrely cheerful. You see what I mean? I wonder if she's straining to seem happy just to make people comfortable. And why is she so close to Edelgard anyway?
Having a fishing tournament before the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. At first I couldn't figure out what they were thinking. But the fish are especially tasty this time of year, so I don't question it anymore. Have you had any, Professor? You'd better eat up before it's all gone.
Hi, Professor. Want to know something? Gronder is in the territory of House Burgleys in the Empire. That's right next to my home, the region of House Varley. Oh no. What if my parents come to watch? I'm calm. Of course I'm calm. Why wouldn't I be calm?
Why would we go all the way to Gronder Field? It's idiocy to travel that far. It may be a tradition, but it takes forever to get there and is exhausting. So pointless. I guess there's nothing to be done about it. Even by you, Professor.
Fodlan is big. It's not as big as Almyra is, but it's still pretty big. Travel? I don't know. Never thought about it, I guess.
Professor, has Seteth told you? We're to have a fishing tournament. Given the events of the last month, I believe this is just the sort of distraction we need, staff and student alike. I'm afraid I'm not one for such festivities. I do enjoy a spot of fishing, though. I believe it best that I stick to quietly fishing by myself.
You know, I'm pretty good at fishing. My older brother used to take me out. Why don't you give it a try, too? They say we can eat whatever we catch.
Sometimes it's nice to dangle a fishing line and let your mind wander. I'd love to spend some time lounging around by a scenic river or lake.
Holding such a frivolous and downright ridiculous event so close to the Battle of the Eagle and Lion? It's absolutely absurd. Although, they did say we could eat whatever we catch. I'm a sucker for a good meal. I just couldn't resist.
Hey, Professor! Did you hear about the fishing tournament? You get to fish in the pond as much as you want. The more you catch, the more you get to eat.
Are you going to participate in the fishing tournament, Professor?
I fished with frequency back in Bridget. I will not have losing. Will you be trying to fish too?
I'm going to catch me some mighty fish. Just you wait and see.
But they haven't been biting.
What shouting? Everyone told me I was too loud, so I've been using my quiet voice.
I told my brother I had a craving for some tasty fish. I did not realize when I did so that it would turn into, well, this. My apologies.
Can you believe what Seteth said? Catch some tasty fish for Flayn. I'm her bodyguard.
Why are they having a fishing tournament now? Are they just giving up on the Battle of the Eagle and Lion? You're not condoning this, right? Are you? What? If you've got all this free time, shouldn't you be spending it on your students?
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Young Monica disappeared last year. I thought she had simply run along home, but it turns out she was kidnapped. I can't believe it. How awful it must have been for the poor thing. They say her personality has completely changed, but at least she seems more cheerful than before. Grateful to be alive, perhaps? When you feel that first refreshing breeze upon your face, you know it is almost time for the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. Gronder Field is within the Empire, but the path there from the monastery necessitates passing through Alliance territory. Fodlan's biggest river, the Aramid River, flows along the border between the Empire and the Alliance. You will have to cross one of the largest bridges upon that river, the Great Bridge of Myrden.
The Death Knight's true identity. Personally, I don't think it could be Yuritsa. He taught me swordsmanship. He said I had talent and the potential to get pretty strong. He was a little scary, of course, but it's hard for me to believe he's a bad person.
A fishing tournament, huh? Sounds fun, but not as fun as reeling in the ladies. Just kidding, of course. The most important thing right now is preparing for the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. After all, the ladies love nothing more than a winner. And around here, there's no bigger game. Everyone has their own reason to fight. At least I'm honest about mine.
The Battle of the Eagle and Lion. Its name comes from the war in which the kingdom won its independence from the Empire. It's imperative that we fight our best. We must live up to the legacy of the King of Lions.
The Battle of the Eagle and Lion draws near. His Highness insists upon training well into the night. He has said it is nothing to worry about. But how could I not be concerned?
After the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, a prize is awarded to the winner by the Archbishop herself. It's a three-way battle, so you can't waste too much time just observing. You have to jump right in there. You have to be proactive and defeat the most opponents. Do that, and it's quite possible the Archbishop will recognize how strong you are. Ah, great memories. I was a student here many years ago. I know what I speak of.
Oh, hi, Professor. Have you heard the rumor about the Goddess Tower?
Well, there's an annual ball here the month after next, during the ethereal moon. They say if a boy and a girl wish for something together at the Goddess Tower on that night, the goddess herself will grant it. I don't know where the rumor started, but it's a great story, isn't it?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was lost in thought. It's very kind of you to be concerned, but I promise that I'm fine. I was just thinking, the Death Knight's true identity. Could it actually be Professor Yuritsa?
I'm just absolutely exhausted. I swear to you, Professor, every month we're worked harder than the month before. I had imagined the Academy as a chance to possibly relax before our lives began in earnest. After graduating, we'll enter into noble society, which means contending with all the intrigues and dramas that entails. I want to just postpone life for a bit. Fish, nap under a tree, skip out on lectures and... well, not your lectures, of course, Professor.
You know, the Empire used to control all of Fodlan. But after the Civil War, the northern region split off and became the Kingdom. Later, the eastern part of the Kingdom seceded to become the Alliance. There are 3 powers today, but 1,000 years ago, we were all united as one. Even now, among the nobles of the Empire, there are some who dream of reunifying Fodlan.
My father attended the Officers' Academy and won a glorious victory in the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. I think he is quite proud of that, even to this day. I suppose that shows how great an honor it truly is.
Fishing? No thanks. I tried it once and... ugh, gross. I don't even really like to eat fish, let alone catch and gut them. Besides, who can think about fishing right now? The Battle of the Eagle and Lion is coming up soon. Feeling confident? That's the spirit.
Gronder Field is in the Empire, right? I wonder how we'll get there. I thought I heard that there's no path that goes straight from the monastery to the Empire. Oh, perhaps we'll travel through Alliance territory. Yes, I see. From the east, we would go... there. Ah, yes, that must be it.
Going all the way to the Empire for a mock battle? This is serious business. And there's a reward to be had as well. I'd really like to win this thing.
Excuse me, Professor. Do you think it would reflect poorly on me if I chose not to take part in the Battle of the Eagle and Lion? Oh, I see. I'm not very confident, but I'll try my best.
I'm not interested in glory or prizes. All I want is a formidable enemy to sink my teeth into. As far as I can see, there are only a couple of opponents worth my time.
I have something to ask of you. Flayn has been through an awful lot this past month. To make up for that, I have decided to give her whatever she wants. I asked her what she would like, and she expressed a desire for a feast of fish. Since I am sure the students would be interested, I have decided to hold a fishing tournament here at the monastery. I have left all of the specifics to Shamir. Please, enter and put in your best effort.
The situation last month was dire indeed. The students endured great hardship. I hope you were able to put all of that behind you, so that you may focus on this month's assignment. A most reassuring response. I trust that your class is in good hands. I look forward to seeing your skills on display at the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
The recent happenings at the monastery. There is something going on behind the scenes here. I've been commissioned to investigate as well. As I've already mentioned, this month I'm off to the kingdom. You be on your guard, okay? Well, I hope you're right.
I don't know if you've heard, but Flayn is very special. Her blood carries a rare crest. Oh, the lengths to which she could advance my research, if only I were able to study her. If only it weren't for Seteth's strict orders. He protects his sister with unusual zeal. I dislike it, but I agree. The time I would spend begging him and accomplishing nothing would be better spent on other research.
I always thought I was pretty good, you know. Then I'd go and get stabbed. Oh. But my opponent was the Death Knight, so
I figure I did pretty well to only get stabbed. I wonder if it's true that he is actually Yuritsa. Whoever he is, I'm going to make him pay. It turns out that when I get stabbed, I get really mad. I'm not going to let him get the better of me again.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. You're wondering where Mr. Backup is, aren't you? Figured you'd want an update. Or report, if you will. He's gone. Other duties or some such nonsense. But he'll be back, right? I bet so. I think he liked this place. Especially the company. We really had something. He'll miss it. Just you wait and see.
That young lady, Monica. Might she be Baron Ox's daughter? We're not acquainted, but I have heard tell that the Baron has a daughter roughly her age. Despite my current circumstances, I was born into House Nouvelle, one of the preeminent houses of the Empire. Didn't you know? There isn't much of my house left to speak of, but mark my words, someday it shall return in glory.
Hey, come join me over here. For once, we've got plenty of food. Folks up above caught so many fish that we got a bunch more down here than usual. It's not too common to get a big fishing haul down here in Abyss.
When the nobles came for me, they were completely without mercy. They killed everyone. My parents, my husband, my son. They all died for nothing. For being in the way. People with crests do whatever they want. No one even tries to stop them. Especially not the church.
Hey, pal. This month is the big brawl, yeah? Yeah, it's the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. I hear I'm free to join in. My heart's full to bursting. My muscles too, but that's pretty normal for me. This is big, pal. The legendary king of grappling's triumphant return. The other houses won't know what hit him.
By the by, do I have to participate in this eagle and lion thing this month? Gotcha. Well, I hope we win. You won't like what happens if I'm on the losing team.
The battle of the eagle and lion is almost here. Time certainly is strange. All this really has me feeling nostalgic. Back when I was in the academy, I took part in the battle too. The Blue Lions. Back then, I was living with kingdom nobility as an adoptee. Lady Rhea still watches the battle, yeah? Best of luck to you, friend.
Ah, I see. So you are Gerald's child. You so resemble your mother. I did indeed. I was acquainted with your parents. I've been wanting to speak with you for a while now. I've been gone from the monastery for some time now because, well, it matters not. Might I ask a favor of you? Do you mind terribly picking up some fresh flowers to place upon your mother's grave? I am certain she'd be deeply moved to receive a gift from you. Thank you so much. This is just the type of flower she once loved so dearly. I can rest easy now. I must be off. Take especially good care of yourself, won't you? Please, look after Gerald. She'd have wanted that.